Hey everyone. Different from the first video, I've started to lose the sunshine, and also I've put my hair up because we're about to get to fucking work. My name is Julia. I run pretty aggressive recovery coaching for people who have been raised with low nurturing, poorly bonded, toxic or abusive parenting. I work with people to help mind, spiritual, and psychological management after they've been raised with toxic coping mechanisms, which usually turns out to be depression, anxiety, low self-worth, and addictive behaviors. So, as the title says, today's first segment of the COVID-19 Mind Management series is about how to deal with job loss. So I myself have now experienced job loss. My typical day job, Monday to Friday, is sales and marketing, and we can't sell product. So my job is obsolete. And it was tough. Although in my personal circumstance, I was actually moving towards a lower set of hours so that I could direct more of my energy and focus on this pretty aggressive project so that I could help more people and reach more women, to be able to help women grow resiliency. I was not prepared. I was absolutely not prepared. And a lot of changes have had to happen in my life very quickly. And I've watched myself have to manage my own prior life toxic coping mechanisms, such as drinking, smoking, spinning out, disordered eating, as well as self-sabotage, burning bridges in relationships, emotionally isolating and having a hard time asking for help. And this is all the bullshit, as well as not wanting to be vulnerable in front of others and telling everyone that it's fine, that I'm fine, F-I-N-E. That you don't have to be. You don't have to be fine. So we are going to cover some tools, skill sets, coping mechanisms to help people deal with job loss in what is now described as a global health crisis that we are all facing together. So rule number one, attitude, the difference between ordeal and adventure. A lot of people have a tendency to look at their outside circumstances as what's informing their internal environment. This is bullshit. Your internal environment is the one thing that you have complete and absolute control of. You choose your perspective, you choose your attitude, and you choose your perception on your life, your environment, and what's going on around you. So some people can choose the path of, I lost my job. How the fuck am I going to make money? I'm not going to survive. This sucks. I'm not going to make it. How am I going to deal with this, this, and this? My life is over and this is terrible. There are a blessed few, and I'm curbing myself to be one of them and working hard at it because it's not easy, is to choose to feel like this is a blessing. I have so many things to be thankful for now with my spare time, as well as how these circumstances have unfolded for my particular situation, and I hope you would be able to do the same. I not only get to spend a massive amount of time with my daughter, I now get to spend more time making content that will hopefully help people. I get to spend more time on self-growth. I get to be pushed into a non-comfort zone of being more frugal, more budget conscious, more resourceful, more industrious. And we are now in job layoff, all facing more time to connect. And although we are in a situation of social isolation and self-isolation or social distancing, there is a humongous mainframe, such as this one, that we can all take advantage of to be connecting. As well as I am seeing a mass of parents playing with their children at parks. I am seeing people out walking in nature. I am seeing people take the time to do volunteer work because they have nothing else to do. What you're going to do with your spare time and your attitude is your choice. And just because your circumstances are pressuring you into a corner, you can choose to break down those walls and feel like you've been given an opportunity to change the entire structure of how you live and how you spend your time and where you give your attention. And I hope that you would choose to put it in the right place. Rule number 2, answer your questions when you're doing a spin out. What am I going to do? How's this going to work? How am I going to pay for it? What if so-and-so says, and then I can't handle, and I'm not going to, and what if, and then everything's going to be gone, and then stop. You're going, and you are futurizing, and you are asking questions and developing anxiety about things that you are not answering and making a plan for. You need to do a brain dump. You need to put it all on paper, and then one by one be structuring out and answering those questions, those worries that are going through your mind. All of those questions can be answered. It's just you making choices and decisions about what those answers are going to be for you. No one else is going to answer them. No one else is showing up with a solution for you. And if you're going to ask questions, you need to put in the work to find the answers. Tip number 3, focus on where your abundance is. So in the face of job loss, we start to feel like everything is slipping away from us, that we no longer have what we used to. But honestly, if you're not going to work all the time, you got a fuckload of extra shit, tons. And the majority of it is time, which is so often stolen from us. You now have energy, you have space, you have room in your schedule, and you should be using it in such a vital way. To view the extra time you've been granted that's been forced on you as a scarcity is a bad path to walk. If you take a look at the abundance that's been brought in, whatever you're looking at as a scarcity or been taken away from you, flip it on its head and look at how much more you have of whatever else it is that you're about to gain now that you don't have to go to work anymore. I understand that money is an issue for everyone, but money is not what's going to save you. It's about community, it's about making connections, and it's about bonding with your family and your loved ones. I've got a low battery. There we go, we're back. Tip number 4, reinvent your passion. So your passion for your kids, your passion for your partner, and your passion for yourself. So many of us get into a work or career situation where we are obsessively focused on the grind. All of our energy and our focus and our passion is being devoted to just going to work, getting our job done, and paying the bills, and coming home with enough money to put food on the table and a roof over our head and clothes on our back. And this is bullshit. The passion, the amount of energy and time that you now have to devote to learning, reading, taking new courses, expanding your mind, growing yourself, developing your resiliency, and fostering the growth in the loving, wonderful, beautiful people you have in your life, that is extensive and that is endless. And now that you have time for it, you would be robbing yourself of the beauty in life if you don't refocus your energy into that positive place. Tip number 5, make a plan, you idiot. If you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs or being obsessively worried about the days to come, you're wasting your time. If you devote that energy that you're wasting on worry into a focus section of a plan, you are going to come out stronger. You are going to learn the skill set of being able to make that plan as you go. So if you divide your life into your finances, your time, your resources, your community, who you're spending time with, your own health, and schedule out your days and block out your times and work with your partner or the other people you live with or the other people you're connected to on how to start managing those things, make a plan, execute your plan, complete the plan. Stop worrying and stop spinning out. Write it down and make it structured. It will make your time and your life so much easier. And it's okay to go from plan A to plan B to plan C. You should have those too. The important part is to make one instead of just stressing out about the unknown, because that is unhelpful. And the last rule is stay away from self-pity. It is not going to fucking help you. And it is so goddamn selfish for you to play the woe is me, for you to look at all your stresses and all the terrible things happening in your life. You are denying yourself the opportunity to grow your heart with passion and compassion for others. The whole world, this has been since the Spanish flu, which maybe didn't even touch the entire world, this has become a global effect. There is no one safe from the effects of the COVID-19 virus. And we should all be opening our minds and opening our hearts to all the other people that are in the same boat as us. Instead of looking here at your own life and your own troubles, you need to start opening your perspective on how this joins us as people. Because if you're going to live here, this is going to cause depression, and it's a very self-focused and self-centered attitude. And you need to start to raise your shoulders and raise your head and raise your eyes and raise your fucking frequency to understand that you are not the only person walking around with an issue. Everyone else is standing right beside you, 6 feet away. This has been the first of the series of the COVID-19 mind management from Pretty Aggressive. I hope you've taken something away from it that helps you put out into the world what you wish to see. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.